I guess that's probably what I should answer. Well, Scream Serenity have been a band that have been going since really 2007 with a bit of a hiatus in the middle of it. But this recent incarnation has been together for sort of a year, and yeah, it's going good. For me, it kind of started with Black Stone Cherry Theory Dead Man, and has kind of more progressed into sort of more metal kind of influences, Stone Sour, and Alter Bridge, their new album, was a big influence on some of the songs that I've written. Now, the other guys, obviously, Ian, I know, has got sort of similar influences.
Similar, yeah. Mine was more sort of the upcoming bands that have sort of made it slowly through the vine of things like Breaking Benjamin and Incubus and things like that, and then it was then sort of analysed sort of how we do things on stage, as then influences the way we sort of are, and it just sort of shines out.
So mine more sort of melodic stuff. I like a lot of sort of American bands, so Story of the Year and things like that, sort of harmony based, heavy breakdowns and things like that. So and I tend to listen to a lot more heavier music, but I like to think I bring some of that stuff to this band.
That you do.
Thank you.
Well, I just vary around really. Heavy, light, Hailstorm, Trivium,
It's just a drum.
Metallica, Death Magnetic.
Slip that one in there.
To be honest, there's nothing sort of specific. I think the only one that really has something specific, a specific subject, is off the new EP is End of Us All. Really, I mean, it's all about war and all the events that happen in the world, and just our struggle with each other and our struggle with nature, and just the constant battle that is life, really. But Twisted is it's not based on anyone, but it's about it's about a woman basically who sort of no one sort of really cares about, wants her out of the way all the time, and so yeah, getting sort of legacy is about what mark you leave on life, on the world, what you want to leave behind and what you want to be remembered for. And Beyond This Land doesn't really have much of a subject other than just some guy who lives a bad life and sort of passes away and then becomes some kind of overlord of hell.
Rock.
Performance.
I'd probably say, energetic but melodic. The thing is, we have a lot of people who completely, because of our name, get
It's deceiving.
they get the wrong idea of what we are. And the second you tell them, influences, Stone Sour, Alter Bridge, Black Stone Cherry, all very, melodic bands, really. Heavy but melodic is, to be honest with you, probably the way that I describe us, really.
Playing live.
For me, I'd say recording, personally, but
Johnny.
I just
You balance it out.
I like to take the time to make sure things are perfect, and live is great. I mean, everything's in the moment. It's you can do things live that you can do something different at every show and just make that show that little bit unique.
That's it. Like we like to think we put on a show. And any band can get on stage and play gigs, and most do. But when we go out there, we like to think we go out there and put on a show.
Regardless of people who are there, how many.
Yeah, we put on
an audience. It's
an energetic, fulfilled. We like to engage with people before and after the show, and say get your sort of money worth, really, and just get up there and just.
It's not interesting to watch. You might as well just listen to the CD.
There you are. Then that's where it that's where it again balances it out. Then
Nudity.
Nudity. I like nudity.
yeah. energy.
No, yeah, energy, and you see, we're dressed in sort of black, sort of looks very sort of hard up, but we like to sort of have a good time up there and make sure that everyone feels welcome when they come and see us.
Most of what people have said to us is that we just look like we're having fun on stage. We love being on stage together, and we're all great friends, and we don't really have any sort of arguments within the band, and everything's pretty smooth sailing, to be honest, as bands go. It's it's really quite good, and that shows on stage, and people see that, which is nice.
I think just going back to like when we were on stage, we sort of tried to adapt like the theme of the song, the meaning, so we it's not all fulfilled, it's not always energetic. When it comes to like End of Us All, we do dampen it down a bit and give a bit of variation.
There are dynamics in our shows, yeah.
We just enjoy it.
What do you think, Johnny?
About what we are alive.
You're not listening, are you?
You're still on the first. He's still on the first.
I'm very good drummer.
He's a drummer. He's a drummer. More.
I think this year, because of our first EP, which technically isn't and visually isn't the band anymore, is it? It's not, new members, new style, new. It's just we looked at every corner.
Yeah.
And now we've tightened up with the set. We've got a nice, bold, tight set that we can just then take into 2016 and then look into more what we can do on stage, and
Yeah, it's more developing us even further. Giving people even more at our shows, and I think that's probably what we'll move over into 2016, and obviously we've got the new EP coming out, so that's going to be a big thing for next year as well. I mean, that comes out sort of late part of this year, so that'll get carried over into next year. We're hoping to hit festivals and stuff next year as well, so yeah, as I said, people will expect more of us, really, and we'll see more.
Waterfront main stage for me, I think, twice in a year. Well, no, this year and last year.
It's been twice
within a year.
Within 12 months, we played it twice.
Yes, I've wanted to play there since I was 16 years old, can't go gigs, and joining this band, third gig in to play that stage. It's a really momentous occasion for me. I was chuffed.
Yeah, I think for me, it's the people that I've met. And the people who come up to us after shows and want pictures and like to sort of express how it sounds egotistical, but how good we were, and how much they enjoyed our set, and that's kind of what makes it all worth it, really. The fact that you put your heart and soul into writing all this music, and then people really, really love it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. No, it's got to be, it's got to be the Waterfront, because we wanted to play there for so long. Inspirational sort of bands have been on there. Again, just engaging with people at the end of the show is just nice to have that sort of semi-professional feel, isn't it?
Yeah, we definitely feel like we're achieving. So.
Well, mine would be main stage Waterfront, obviously. Recording my first songs ever recorded, and sounds really sad, but meeting these guys and everyone else, best thing.
You told me. No, just the bands that we played, shared on stage with, like FM, Guns N' Roses experience, Bon Jovi experience, and the promotions like KK promotions. Because without the bands and the promotions, we just wouldn't be able to gain the fans, which we.
Well, that's the thing.
Have
Yeah,
today,
the promoters
so.
for giving us a chance, and we just sort of like to say thanks to all of those guys. Yeah, Carl Knight, and he's been a big sort of factor in us gaining as many fans and getting out there as much as we possibly can. So it's really great. So.
Fuck around your pussy.
Actually,
I like him a little bit.
yeah, put your hood up.
Yeah.
Fuck around the pussy.